And it's so low.
Let me start that over.
Somehow I don't have the volume level, brother.
There we go.
Hey, welcome to episode 5 of What's Your Deal with Doug Gleason. Hey, I feel truly honored to have a friend of mine that I know from the bar. His name's Mitch.
Thank you.
Look at that fanfare and everything. Wow. That's the first time we ever had fanfare. You should be honored, Mitch. So anyhow, we're dragging you into this thing, and all I can ask you is, what's your deal?
Well, first of all, I want to know what's the deal with the music. I feel like I'm in Deliverance or something. Alabama or something.
Well, have you looked at me lately?
Yeah, but
I look a little Deliverance-y. And I think that's why Ryan chose that song.
That is why.
Yeah, I kind of look like that
I thought
kid.
I thought, what's the best way, what's the best type of music I could play that would describe what he looked like?
Yeah.
Maybe a moonshiner.
Yeah.
No, I look just like that kid. That freaky kid in Deliverance with the fucking goddamn banjo. The hardest part about my life has been that I know I look like that kid from Deliverance and still have to live.
Having realized that?
No, I mean, no. I still had to make it through life.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Just looking that way.
Yeah. It wasn't my fault I looked like the kid in Deliverance.
That's probably true.
I mean, some people look like Burt Reynolds. Same movie.
Yeah?
But I look like the kid in fucking goddamn Deliverance.
Well, some of us are just blessed.
No, I'm pissed, Mitch.
Well, it's your show. You can be as pissed as you want to be.
It's your show. It's called What's Your Deal with Mitch. So move along, motherfucker. Quit talking about my looks.
Well, it all started a long time ago. Way back in 1956.
There we go.
The only thing I know of that happened in that year was the Hungarian Revolution, and that didn't go well. So,
What happened there?
the Hungarians rose up against the Russians, and we stood by, and even though they asked for help, we didn't send it, and they got crushed.
Who?
The Hungarians.
Oh, so I'm taking a year of a Hungarian
The
descent.
revolution. Yeah.
Did you see my mind working? So, I'm taking it you're Hungarian.
Well, not me personally. So my background is still in doubt, and I don't know what it is. So I did find out later in life that I was adopted. So never knew my birth parents. I only knew my adopted parents, and some of their family was back from those countries, Hungary, Romania. So that's how I learned some of that stuff. But I just recently hooked up on one of those DNA sites, and found a first cousin and a second cousin, and so things are rolling. I got my birth mother's name now, so starting to open some doors. We'll see what happens.
Do you find, Mitch, how old are you, sir?
64.
And you're finding that it's helpful to take on your mother's name?
No, I just know her name. So to look it up and try and find out about her.
Okay. So, I mean, I can only imagine that you would have to feel blessed that two people would take some fucking icky kid and bring them into their home and raise them as their own.
Yeah, they were good parents. I learned an awful lot
Until
from
they
them.
started raping you and shit, you know.
Well, it was the beatings that were tough.
Yeah, it was like, shit, I'm tired of sucking cock.
Yeah, they were good people, so it was not an issue.
Okay.
I kind of had some suspicions when I was younger, but they never told me anything. So it was my.
I find that. Would you find that shameful of your step parents or your adoptive parents to not let you know that?
No, I don't hold it against them. I understand probably from their point of view, it's better not to confuse me when I'm growing up and, maybe cause this whole.
How confused were you when you found out?
Actually, I wasn't. I was kind of relieved in a way because then it answered the questions.
You kind of knew I don't like these people.
No, not at all.
Fuck these people. They don't even cook good goulash.
No. My mom was a good cook, and so was my dad, actually, for that. So, no, I didn't have problems with them.
So you still call them mom and dad?
Well, I would, but they're both passed by now, so I did.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all I knew.
I apologize for tracking you away. Let's go to where you wanted to go.
Well, just mentioning that I'm starting to open some doors and find out. It's not like I hold it against my birth mother either, like, well, why did you give me away and this kind of thing. I mean, it's probably something that's explainable. I think she was pretty young at the time, and apparently her male partner was in the Air Force here, and so it was one of those kinds of things. And so she was too young, had to give me up, and that's probably the best thing. Probably worked out that way. So whatever I find from this point on is just purely for my own knowledge. I mean, if I never contact her, I can live with that. If I do, then, if it turns into something nice, then, there's a whole family out there somewhere that I'm part of.
So the rest of your family, of the adoptive family, I mean, do you have siblings?
I had a brother, but he was adopted too.
Okay.
He's the one that actually told me that I was. He found some paperwork.
He was probably the black kid that could jump higher than you.
No.
I'm just fucking with you a little bit, man. Getting you used. We got, like 15 minutes left to go. Okay, so wait, you had an adoptive brother.
Yes.
And you knew he was adoptive.
No, I didn't either until he called me one day and told me that he had found my documents and that he had known that he was, but he didn't know whether I knew or not. And he was just calling me to tell me, okay, this is what I found out. This is your birth mother's name, and, go from there.
Okay, so your brother that you lived with for like years and years and years with, you found out like in an instant that he wasn't even your brother.
Yeah, but I had some suspicions because we were so totally different.
Yeah.
So
look different naked.
Yeah. Yeah, bastard.
He had a bigger
he
dick.
He looked better.
Yeah. God damn, I hate your brother too, man. So, in your theory though, like at the end, when it's all said and done, he's your brother, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He still is, and then we're in contact.
He's a keeper.
Yeah.
Does he have children?
He does. He has a son.
And they're your nephew?
Well, kind of. I mean,
He doesn't call you a nephew? He don't call you uncle?
no.
Mitch?
Well, I've never met the son. I've only met up with him a couple times since we reunited, sort of. Since he called.
Oh, wait, hold on. I thought he actually lived in the same house.
No, well, he did, and then at 18 I moved out. But he's in Santa Barbara now, so we're not in the same town like we can visit all the time. And with me gone a lot with my job, there's just not a lot of time to get together. But we do the social media thing and phone calls and things like that. So we do keep in touch.
All right. I feel like I've dragged you into a big giant hole. Where do we drag him back to, Ryan?
What do you mean? I was pretty interested in all this stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty interested too, but it seems a little, melancholy.
No.
I want to hear some.
I
want to hear some happy parts of your life, there, Mitch.
Well, my father had his own business. I used to go to work with him when I was like 5 years old. I learned how to make change and run the cash register, deal with customers.
Well, hold on. We don't even know what the business is yet.
Well, at the time,
I'm taking it that it's like a liquor store.
No. It was auto parts.
Oh.
Yeah, so I learned all of how to catalog things and look things up and stocking and all that kind of stuff at an early age, which was good because it helped me with math skills later. My mom, when I was home, like summer vacations and stuff, she taught me all the domestic things so that I could take care of myself. I could run the washing machine, I could do a few cooking things, sew buttons on my shirts and things like that. So I actually got a lot of good education from both my parents. So I feel very lucky about that.
That's outstanding. So as you're going through life, I don't know. Do you have a best friend?
Technically I do, but I lost contact with him being gone so much, and I haven't been able to hook up with him again. So I'm not sure where he is.
What's his name?
Gino
Gino what?
Barabani.
I can't even repeat that. So,
Yeah.
Hey, if any of you people know Gino fucking whatever, let's contact us here at.
What is it that you do for work? You mentioned traveling a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a respiratory therapist, and I travel right now. So I go from hospital to hospital that needs me. So I go all over the country. So I'm gone a lot. It's usually a 13-week assignment, and then if I like it and they like me, I stay on for another 13 weeks. Up to a year, you can stay in one place. So that's what I've done. Basically, when I got out of high school, I had typical jobs like Jack in the Box and 7-Eleven type jobs. But I went to school right away and graduated at age 21, and I've done that ever since.
That's fucking kind of fucking weird, huh? It's like you get 13 weeks, and then if we don't like you, you're fucking gone,
Well, yeah, if that was the case, yes. They have the choice of saying, this guy's not working out here. Or I have the same choice, though, too, because I can say, this place sucks, and I'm leaving. So it works both ways. Luckily, I haven't had that many problems throughout the years that becomes necessary.
The reason I met you at the Bell is that you have a lovely wife and you like to sing karaoke.
Well, that's something that I never did. I was very introverted when I was growing up, and I would sing in to music on the radio kind of thing, but never with anybody else around. And then one day I was about to leave one travel assignment to go to another, and I was at a karaoke bar, and I said, fuck it, I'm going to sing something. And so I did, and so ever since then I found, I kind of like this. So, it's just like everyone else. Some songs you do good, some songs you suck at. So
kind of liberating. I feel like every person should do some sort of.
Yeah.
I truly agree. I'm certain that my karaoke is really fucking horrifying, but I'm never stopping. And I'll always sing to the best of my ability at every song. And
we had our silent karaoke in here.
we did, huh?
Silent.
No.
By silent, I mean we had headphones on.
Yeah.
Like this.
And he found some fucking website that is you sing karaoke on the website. It was so terrible.
And there's an audience?
We were so drunk.
People can tune in and watch you sing.
We were so drunk. It had to be. But the thing I love about karaoke is it's like when you look out at the crowd with your eyes all big and blue and you go, this is the difference between talent and entertainment. You make the choice. And that's why I love you, Mitch, because you just come and stand up and you just make my life feel whole. It's like, the reason that I want to do this podcast so bad is that I never get to meet the people I love. And I'm going to tell you one thing, brother. I fucking love you. And I've never known you. And now you got to tell me what the fuck's your deal. Why were you talking? Why are we even looking at me?
You're the one talking.
Yeah.
It's your turn again, Mitch.
What's your jam, Mitch? What's the song that you sing, like your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, he likes the Doors.
No, that's not me.
Oh, no. You like, there is...
No, that's not me either. No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I thought I asked Mitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember I got to shut up now.
Well, I do a wide range of songs. I always try to bring something new each time that people either don't hear often or never hear in karaoke. It doesn't mean that they're strange songs as much as they are just not done. If you take a poll of top karaoke songs across the country, you're going to find the same ones in the top 50. Your Tennessee Whiskey and those things that everyone's sick of hearing.
Journey, lots of Journey.
So so I try to mix it up, and sometimes.
What kind of stuff though? I'm interested. I want to know what your jam is.
I do country. I do classic rock.
Well, no, just pick a song though. Give us a name.
It's always your go-to. Every time you go, you gotta.
Yeah, because I gotta go to. You gotta go to. Come on.
The one you do well, and you know you do it.
I guess it's Marshall Tucker Band. Not the. Of course, now I can't think of the name of the song. But,
Well, that's because we put you on the list.
yeah. Anyway, Marshall Tucker Band. So
All right. I don't know what that is.
if you heard the song, you probably
Yeah,
would.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I know a lot of music, but
Now we're gonna have to yell at you.
just stump me on that one. I'll check it out later.
Okay.
I'll check it to me later.
What's your go-to song, Ryan?
Paranoid by
Black Sabbath.
Sabbath, yeah.
Okay, and mine is Stray Cat Strut by the Stray Cats. I mean, go-to.
Yeah.
Stray Cat Strut, hey, ladies guy.
And
that one sounds like you've smoked fucking 100,000 packs of Marlboro Reds in your life,
Yeah, when you do it.
Fuck yeah!
And nobody else will do it either. It's his song.
Right.
Yeah.
So, there's a couple that he does.
Because I do it the best.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. And I know it's horrible.
Most energy.
I walked into the Bell last night and everybody in the whole bar, and it was packed to the bejesus. I ain't ever seen it that packed. And I opened the door and every single person there went, Doug! And it fucking terrified me, man. It's like, phew. I've been looking for that my whole entire life, Mitch. And I found out last night I don't like it. I just want to be Doug. So, hi, I'm Doug.
Well, if they remake
I
Cheers,
don't ever want to be Doug! No, I don't want to be Norm either. I don't want to be that guy. I found out last night that I just want to be like your friend, and I'm nothing, I'm just Doug. I'm the guy that's going to wake up in the morning and go plumbing for 8 hours and call it good,
well, I think you've achieved that. I think you are, without everybody ever saying so. It's like you're the fixture, and everybody does think of you in that way.
I just don't want to ever become anything above Doug. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, I respect you as Mitch. I don't respect you as Mitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think if I ever took you to a fucking spot like that, it's like I just found myself in this truly bizarre situation because I just want to be Doug. I want to be known. I just don't want to be that guy.
Well, it's just the situation of you opening the door.
Well, it's like
it doesn't necessarily change who you are, unless.
I think it does.
Wow.
I don't know. You
You are that guy. You're constantly yelling at everybody at the bar.
I love to yell at people.
So I think everyone's just they want to yell back at you.
Yeah. Maybe it is my fault. Okay, back to you, Mitch.
I had that happen at MP's twice, but there were like parties going on that people were invited to and so forth, and I opened the door the same way, and I got that kind of a reaction, which was very surprising to me. I didn't feel bad about it or anything. I just kind of went with the moment and, thank you. I don't know. But I'm not living for that either. I don't need that kind of thing. It's like in my job, there's things that I do and, I can say I have definitely saved and touched many lives through all these years, but I don't need accolades. I don't need a plaque. I don't need all this recognition. I don't have to be on TV with anybody to tell them all that stuff. It's just what it is.
I feel like the biggest piece of shit right now because I need all that stuff.
Yeah.
I need
now I'm feeling like shit. You could have been on TV. Yeah. Now I want accolades. Thank you, everybody, last night.
Yeah.
You need a plaque and you need a speech.
Yeah. As long as I get a plaque.
Well, I think they'll probably put a bust of you in there one day.
Oh, have you seen the beer can Bud Light Doug?
No.
Yeah. My son made it for me, and it's made out of beer can fucking tops and beer cans, Bud Light, and it's got my face on it with a cigarette in its mouth, and if you pull it up, there's a cock that waggles back and forth. It's fucking pretty silly.
Well, not everybody's got that kind of recognition.
So
That's special.
Yeah, that's enough recognition for me. I tell him, that's life-size cock. The Doug's only that big. The cock's a real life fucking thing. It looks big on a little Doug. Okay, back to you, man. Fuck, why you keep slowing down the show?
It's unstructured, Doug.
Yeah,
is
and
very
the cue cards are very hard to read. So
he's derailing his own show.
yeah.
Look at the fucking. Here's Johnny.
Well, I don't know how you feel about it, but the scene at the Bell, the crowd at the Bell, has certainly transitioned through when Martha first opened that up again. I don't know how soon you started showing up there after she opened it, but I was there pretty early, and just watching it all change has been, I don't know, it's hard to get used to what you know and then watch it. You know, one day you have a revelation that, wow, who are these people? What is this crowd that's in here now? You know, where did everybody go? So, just.
I'm sorry, I won't go there anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No. But like my question is through other people, I heard that it wasn't quite the greatest crowd on the face of the earth.
Well, it depends. It was much more karaoke friendly back then, so that was something. And it was a crowd that you could depend on every weekend. And now it's hit or miss with a lot of people, and then there's a lot of people in there that don't do the karaoke. Not that they have to, but you know, it's just, I don't know. It just seems like it was different, and it's been several different crowds in there. They're depending on what's going on.
So, because I brought a Bluetooth speaker in there that makeshifts as a karaoke.
Yeah, we did that one night. Yeah.
And it's good enough. But the crowds that they've had there on like Saturdays and Sundays, they just keep playing music on the jukebox.
Right.
So there's no need for anything else, you know?
Right,
So
yeah.
you're like, all right.
Yeah, because I remember that last time he tried that, somebody had loaded the jukebox up quite a bit, and we had to wait and wait and wait.
Yeah. And then I'm an asshole.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I'll
trying
yell
to-
at you.
Yeah.
I will yell at you. And then I'll throw $20 in your face and go, we're cutting you off, motherfucker. Because I'm an asshole, you know? And that's why people call my name when I walk into the bar. Doug, call the cops.
How'd he get out again?
That was probably the reaction.
Yeah, I
You thought they wanted.
I thought it was accolades. And now,
No,
It was
Doug.
panic.
No, it's Doug.
yeah, now that I think about it, it was everything I didn't want.
You just didn't hear the, oh shit, it's Doug.
Yeah. Hide your beer.
Hide your wife.
Yeah.
I'm finding that to come out a little bit true, too.
Yeah, well.
I don't even know if I want to talk about that because, well, if it goes out onto the internet, people will know.
You got one subscriber.
Okay.
And I think it's me. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just saying get into whatever because you guys got 30 minutes to go. And
Yeah, we got 30 minutes.
Well, I met my wife in high school French class.
In what?
High school French class.
Parlez-vous?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
Oui.
yeah, back in high school. So.
That would be a way. That's it's interesting. That sounds like such a classic
Huh.
American tale, right?
I-
just you know, it's like a movie from the 70s. Just,
Yeah.
I made up a holiday. There used to be International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Right, yeah.
And so I decided I was making up another holiday, and it was International Laugh Like a Frenchman. And then the ladies would have to go, wee, wee, wee.
Surprised that didn't take off.
Yeah,
No, it's still going.
I haven't seen any Hallmark cards for it,
It's
though.
international, motherfucker.
Wait, so you met your wife in French class at like what? Junior year?
Yeah. So that was you would think that would be the beginning of the perfect whole, romance and all of that stuff. And
Sure.
we ended up becoming more like a brother-sister type of relationship. And so
With a little finger banging.
No, I was more of a gentleman back then, so which probably was
Just a little bit.
yeah, probably led to my
You can
downfall.
lie. It's just a podcast. You can lie a little bit.
No, lying about the wife would not be a good thing. So no.
You're a good man.
So anyway, we didn't get together romantically until like 2003,
Oh.
and it was just by chance. I had a storage unit, and my daughter went in there one day to pay the rental for me and talked to the guy, and he was her stepfather. And so they talked, and I sent her back in there. I said, "Oh, find out where she's at." So he didn't know, but he gave her his ex-wife's number, which is her mother, and I called her mother, and she thought it was some kind of telemarketer or something, and she hung up on me twice. So I persisted and finally got through to her and told her who I was, and I said, I'm just looking to find Liz again and hook up with her, talk to her. And so finally I did, and as I was in Florida at the time, she was in California, and finally he got back there in a couple of years, back to California again, and went over just to meet her and get reacquainted and so forth, found out what was going on in her life. And so basically we got together at that point. And so we've been together ever since then. That was back in 2005.
So 15 years in.
Yeah. So, and then one of my assignments was in Hawaii. So I went over there and I got the company to agree to fly her over there. And so she had never been to Hawaii in her life, ended up going twice in the same year because I was there for 9 months, and we got married over there. And so that was in 2017. So
Wow, how beautiful that must have been.
yeah, it was very nice.
Did you have any friends there, or did you just
No.
use like hotel people to be the people that sign the paperwork? And
No,
shit?
I found through a guy in a bar there. I found a photographer and a guy who does the weddings, and so we got together with all of them and arranged it through them. And so she flew over, and then we took care of all that, got the licenses and got everything done. And yeah.
Okay, so now you've been married for 15 years?
No, we've been together for 15 years. We were married in 2017.
Oh, shit, just 3 years ago, huh?
Yeah. So
But you guys obviously love each other very much, because I've seen you many times at the bar. I've seen your happiness. I've seen your joy.
yeah, and I've heard that from other people too, that other friends that say, well, we see you guys together, we know that you're a good couple, and yeah, we're staying together. We're not thinking anything differently, so it's all been good, and it'll continue to be that way. And it's
Is she okay with this podcast?
yeah, she knows about it. Yeah,
Because
Probably not insinuating finger banging, but
yeah, yeah. She wasn't ready for that, I'm sure, but yeah, she said the same thing. She said, Doug.
yeah.
Yeah, she probably said, "Hey, you're going over to Doug's. Don't finger bang him." That's probably what she said. I mean,
I think that's what she said under her breath. Yeah.
I'm a pretty hot prospect out here in the island area. Yeah, I mean, I could never last like out in Arcadia.
Right.
but I get all the finger banging I can get out here in the island, you know? That's just my theory.
And more power to you. For
Yeah,
that.
well, I've really had zero finger banging. Hold on, let me think. Nope, no finger banging. Ryan, zero.
None.
Nah, I haven't even.
Maybe if you count them dialing the phone call to get picked up.
Perhaps.
Finger banging the phone to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I haven't even touched a vagina in like a year.
Can't imagine why.
Well, but just imagine not touching a vagina for a year, Ryan.
I can't.
I can. Fuck you, that's the greatest joke ever. Fuck you, I win.
And putting that out there now is going to help you a lot. So
Yeah. Hey, ladies.
they're going to line up now.
Yeah. Anybody got some pussy for me? Come and get it.
That guy looks just like the guy from Deliverance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the kid. I mean, I never looked like fucking, what was his name? Who was the lead actor of that movie? Burt Reynolds. I never looked like Burt Reynolds. I always looked like the kid. That creepy fucking kid with the banjo. So why are you just sitting there, man? It's your fucking show. What's your deal, Mitch?
So far, it hasn't been. It's been the Dougie Show. So I'm just going with that.
I didn't say I didn't take over every once in a while, but now it's your turn again. Back to your life.
Well, outside of small variations, it's been the same thing for 40 years. You know, doing my job.
Where's the most interesting place you've traveled to on your for work?
Well, there's usually something interesting everywhere. I mean, obviously Hawaii was good.
Yeah.
The U.S. Virgin Islands was quite an experience. East Coast, it was nice.
Really? But you always find yourself coming back here, right? So.
Well, I was born here.
Right.
And
so I mean, you never thought to move to any of the places that you.
Actually, I have, and sometimes when I go places, I kind of evaluate it for that. Is this someplace, if I like the job, would I want to stay here, and so forth? It's different. Before I was hooked up with Liz, or you know, even just being together, not necessarily married, I could think those things.
Did either of you have kids before you?
Yeah, we both did.
Oh, okay.
We don't have any together. She has a daughter, and I have a daughter and son. So
got it.
yeah. So, yeah, I used to think about that. But now that I'm with her and I've been with her, I have to include her. So I can't just say, hey, we're moving here, because
Right.
it's part of her decision, too.
But, I mean, I don't mean to sound insensitive here, but both your kids, I would assume, are pretty grown up now, right?
Oh, yeah, yes.
So if you decided now or after you retired, would you think of going someplace else?
Yeah, I kind of like Oregon. I've done.
Seems to be the place to go, especially for Californians these days. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Texas.
not.
Or Texas.
Yeah, they're not real happy with us up there. There's a lot of Oregonians that don't like the influx of California. But yeah, I've had several assignments up there, and I've enjoyed Oregon. The Oregon coast, the interior, you know, it's hot like it is here, so it's nothing special. But
Right.
yeah, the coast is very nice.
You ever been to New Orleans?
No, I have a license to practice there, but I haven't had the chance.
That's the only city I've ever been to that I wanted to stay at. I didn't want to leave.
Oh,
I
okay.
spent a week out there, and I was like, "This is my home."
During Mardi Gras?
No.
Oh,
I
just-
went on the off season.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what's my thought.
Yeah.
No. Well, actually, I went with a girl. I mean, the show's not about me, but I was with somebody for a while too, and I proposed, and
Oh, okay.
then look how that worked out for me. But but we both were very very in love with that city, and it was very very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend it.
Well, I definitely want to go there one day.
The off season was way better too because it was like, we went. It was during the jazz festival, but the jazz festival was completely off site somewhere. So we ended up not even buying tickets because the locals told us that all the best musicians that leave the festival come and play for free on Frenchman Street after the festival. So I was like, well, then why would we even go to the festival?
Yeah.
So, there's a whole strip of nightclubs that have all these free bands. You walk in for free, grab a drink, watch a band, walk out with your drink, go to the next spot, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I did get pickpocketed, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which made it hard.
What'd they get?
They took my wallet. Which made it hard for me to fly back.
Yeah.
So I had to spend 2 hours in TSA. They dumped out my entire bag and all kind. I mean, they stripped me down, all kinds of shit. It was like.
Oh, they got to see you naked?
Well, they made me take all my clothes off to make sure. I don't know. It was ridiculous, but I'm like, I have.
But they
ticket.
saw you naked.
No, yeah, but I'm like, I had my ticket
Awesome.
on my phone. And
I'm sorry, I've just never had anybody in a long time say, Doug, get naked. And so I'm like a little jealous about this story.
We've established that. Yeah, it was.
All right, finish your story.
No, they were like, don't you have? You know what it was? What ended up helping me out was a photo of my ID on my phone somewhere.
Oh.
So I was able to find that.
Was it your cock?
That was my ID.
It was a cock pic?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can tell that. That's his cock.
Yeah. That's what got Clinton.
They're like, you're right, that's a world-renowned cock, so we should let him on the flight. Actually, that's why they stripped me down, because they were like, we're not sure if we can let you on with that weapon.
Damn, he's proud too, man.
Well, it would be concealed.
Yeah.
But here's what I found out. Is what a good travel tip is, just in case something like this happens, is apparently if you travel within the States with a piece of mail that proves that your address, they'll let you on the flight.
Really?
Because that's what they were telling me. They're like, you have mail? I'm like, why would I travel with a bill? But apparently
that's the way to do
it.
So every time you go to the airport now, it's like,
here's my electric bill.
Look at me.
Call Edison, it checks out, I'm sure.
So, Mitch, what are you just doing sitting there? This is your deal, bro.
Well, I'm enjoying the whole thing, Doug. You know, sometimes, you just take it in. So I throw a little contribution out there, but...
Well, but when it starts to dwindle down, it's your turn again. You can tell that. It's actually your show. It's called What's Your Deal?
I got an idea. I got a question.
Uh-oh. He's got an idea.
You're obviously a Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big Dodgers fan myself.
Oh, how about Tommy?
How about Tommy?
Which one, Lasorda?
Tommy Lasorda, yeah.
He died yesterday.
Yeah. I think he was a great Dodger all the way around.
Yeah, he was amazing.
I think he was a good manager. I think he took good care of his team. He was always out of the dugout if he needed to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a loss. I mean, he hasn't been coaching for a while now, but still.
But he was at every...
Yeah, he was always there. Yeah.
Always.
Still doing things for the Dodgers.
Yeah,
he
was a lifelong Dodger.
Well,
yeah.
How about the fact? I mean, this was the first World Series in my lifetime that I got to be a part of, or at least witness a win, and no celebration, no nothing. I mean, it was very.
Yeah, you can't compare this year, or last
terrible.
year, right?
I mean, like. I was sick when I was watching that last game too, and so I couldn't even watch it with my dad because I was afraid I had COVID.
Oh yeah.
And which really bummed me out. It was we've been a Dodgers family forever, and I couldn't even watch it with my family.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
That's fucking miserable. Nobody likes you, Ryan.
But have you? But so you grew up out here.
Yeah.
So. being a Dodgers fan, you would always just take that hour drive to Dodger Stadium, or?
I went to a few games, not a lot, just because the traffic to LA got worse and worse and worse. And
Right.
yeah, but the one good thing about the Dodgers, they had cheap seats for a long time. You could
Yeah.
go and sit in the bleachers for
The
$5.
pavilion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were definitely the people's team.
Yeah.
You know, LA loved them. But I do remember watching all the series and everything on TV. And in school, they used to turn on the games for us in classrooms.
No kidding.
Yeah, so we would watch the World Series and so forth.
I wish that kind of like pride was really going on when I was in school, because it really wasn't, sports, like, you know what I mean, being growing up in LA, because I'm from LA, so like, or LA County, and I lived in Glendale, Burbank, East LA, all that. So I wish there was more pride in schools, I guess, because that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
No, and it is outstanding. But I'm going to say the reason that never happened again is that the people that are in charge of the money of this shit decided, we don't want little kids watching this. We want the adults. And they moved the times of the games
right, because they used to have
a
afternoon
different
games.
time.
Yeah, you're right.
To where the children no longer got to dream about being a ball player.
That is so spot on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true.
I'm certain of it. To where, man, I swear to God, when I was a kid, and I'm certain you as well, Mitch, man, we'd figure out how to make a mud sandwich and smash it in your sister's face, and that was the day, I mean, I dug a hole and I buried my sister in it, and I got my ass beat because when my mom and dad came home, I forgot that I buried my sister out in the yard. I mean, but she was standing up. I dug a hole, made my sister get in there, and backfilled her in it. And then literally just walked away and called it good.
Yeah. There seems to be an ongoing trend here with you and a shovel. We were talking.
Yeah, I like shovels.
We talked about last episode how he dug a lot of holes. That just reminds me. I got in big trouble for tying up my brother one time.
Well, that might go along with
You
the.
son of a bitch.
It's been a year for you. That kind of maybe goes along with that. Do you ask the ladies when you meet them, "Can I bury you?"
No. I'm like, here's how
Do you mind?
No, here's how I meet ladies now, Mitch. I go, I've never raped anybody yet.
Oh yeah, that's an icebreaker there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
They go
see why-
crazy for
I
it.
can't see why they don't stick around.
They go crazy for it.
Crazy is probably the operative word there. Yeah.
I'm crazy for trying.
Yeah.
Crazy for crying. And I'm crazy for loving you. All right, Mitch, come on, finish this thing up, man.
I mean, we can wrap it there if you want. We're at 53.
No, seconds?
53 minutes.
No.
Well, I do have to say, both Liz and I had the COVID.
Oh.
We both got that. I'm sure I brought it home to her, which is something I'll forever feel bad about. It's part of my job, and sometimes the better, even though you're protected, you can't help it. And I think I know where it came from, but it wasn't the fault of anybody. But anyway, it was a pretty bad thing. She had to go to the hospital. She was in serious shape, and it was good that we took her when we did. So, and I have to say that to me, it felt like I had inhaled a bunch of lit matches, and my lungs hurt. I didn't know your lungs could hurt. You know, I mean, if you're stabbed or shot or something, okay, but my lungs hurt, and I didn't lose my oxygen level or anything like Liz did, but it was extremely painful, and there are still a few things that I'm dealing with that are hanging around, which seems to be the thing with COVID. It stays with you.
And smell thing.
No, I never had that.
No?
No, and she didn't either. But it's affected. I know it was in my brain because I was hurting all along the top part of my spinal cord. All the little muscles and nerves that come out from the vertebrae were all very, very painful. Couldn't turn my neck or my head on my neck. And it's affected my balance, so I'm still a little bit wobbly when I walk. So the only reason I bring it up is that it is a very serious thing, and part of my job has been to deal with these COVID patients and watch this disease and what it does to them. And in fact, just the act of somebody sitting up will drop their oxygen to a dangerous level, and they almost die just from that. And it's a very horrible thing to watch and be powerless to do much about.
Yeah. What's the But isn't it still such a mystery though? Because not everyone gets the same symptoms.
Right.
So.
That's what's made it so hard. You cannot identify it and say, okay, it's like a cold. All right, my nose is running. I got sore throat, things like that. Everybody gets that when you get a cold. But with this, it affects everybody differently. So like Liz had different symptoms than I did, and hers were worse. So you can't just know that.
Yeah.
So you have a crowd of people. Every one of them is going to have something different.
Yeah.
Is it? Nah, I'm not even going to go there. It make me look like a fucking goddamn idiot, so I'm going to shut up.
We got 5 minutes, so.
We got 5 minutes, Mitch.
Oh.
Thanks for finishing up that you just gave us COVID, motherfucker.
No, I'm over it.
My jaw already hurts. I got a symptom. I have jaw hurt.
I'm surprised you don't have that all the time.
Well, I did, but now I know where I got it from.
Well, I'm glad you guys are okay.
Yeah, she's recovered completely, so that's a good thing. She gets a little tired still, but that's it. Otherwise, she got over all of it. So
yeah, my grandparents and my mom have it right now. But they're all doing all right. My mom's very much one of those
mean old Mexican women.
No, she's a little Mexican mean lady.
Yeah, she's a mean one, though. I guarantee it.
No, she's sweet, but can be mean, yeah. She's very she's a breast cancer survivor, so she's all in her natural remedies and stuff like that. So she's been making them teas and these vitamin cocktails. She's also she's a phlebotomist too. So
okay.
So she's got it all under control, with all of them, and she's been hooking herself up to IVs and all that shit too. But yeah, it's a motherfucker, and it's annoying. I mean, we had to go watch my grandparents in a glass, behind the glass, for Christmas. It's just kind of sad.
Yeah, no, that was Christmas was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Well, the whole year has been that way. Everything.
I felt okay about it though, because I don't really like my kids anyhow.
All right, well.
That's a fucking joke.
Where do you let's wrap it up there, Dougie. Let's wrap it up with your.
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah.
I need you to look into the camera.
All right.
Where's it at?
This one right here. Yeah.
You in there? And you go, my name is Mitch, and that was my deal.
My name is Mitch. That wasn't much of a deal, but it was mine.